Jean. Its home port, of course, is here in Brockville. It's a brigantine. The Fair Jean began her life in the backyard of Thomas Fuller. He was designed and built by Captain Fuller at his home at Pretend on the Bay in Ottawa. The keel was laid in 1978. She was launched in 1980. Fair Jean was sailed by Captain Fuller and his wife Jean, now patron of Bytown Brigantine.
Company at the high point, above the ship, to your front.
Free! Set! Up.
Members of the Brockville Infantry Company will also be shooting at the boats.
Just the survivors.
You notice we did scare the seagulls away for this. Get those cameras ready. That's the Canadian Forces doing a fly past for us.
Two guys standing down.
Cheer, they can hear you. Down. Yeah, what a gorgeous day.
Last time. Company. Free!
For you people that aren't from Brockville, you're on Blockhouse Island, as you may notice. But there was a blockhouse on it during the War of 1812. The second ship coming now is the Empire Sandy from Toronto, Ontario. It is a turned schooner. The Empire Sandy is a tall ship providing chartered tours for the public from Toronto. She was built as an Englishman large deep sea class tugboat for war service by the British government in 1943. After the war, she was renamed to Ashford and then Chris M. before reverting to the original name of Empire Sandy and being converted to a schooner. We welcome Empire Sandy. Now out the birch bark canoe that you see going by the Empire Sandy, you're witnessing a First Nations smudging ceremony. This age-old tradition is meant to welcome our new guests and cleanse the event of any negative spirits. There you got them. Doing the smudging are Chuck and Janet Commanda, and they are known for building this canoe with the students of an Aboriginal Studies class at Thousand Island Secondary School in 2013. Interestingly enough, this canoe's maiden voyage was during our first Tall Ships Festival in 2013, again with both Chuck and Janet representing our First Nations people. We'd like to thank the Upper Canada District School Board for their involvement in this project, and the Aquatarium for being the keepers of this canoe and for supporting this wonderful event. And let's cheer as the Empire Sandy goes by. The plane is coming back. Wave! The tall ship approaching us right now is El Galleon. It's a colonial-era Spanish galleon replica. It was built in Spain by the now Victoria Foundation to be a unique in-the-world vessel where tradition and modernity meet and represent the Spanish culture. Apart from its singularity as a replica, it has more than 3,400 feet, two decks open to visitors, which makes it a floating interpretive center of the history of the Spanish galleons and their role in the decimation of the Spanish culture throughout the world and its relationship with America.
At the high point.
3, set, up.
Let's give a big welcome to Al Gallion. In next is the Mist of Avalon. From Toronto as well, it's a schooner. The ship began her life in 1967 as the motor vessel Liverpool Bay. She was built by the strong native timber and the skilled hands of the shipwrights at McLean Shipbuilding, Malone Bay, Nova Scotia. In December 1992, began the ship's new life as Mist of Avalon, named for the mystic Celtic island of rebirth. The ship was purchased, hauled out, hull scraped, and anti-fouled. In July 1993, she was ready to afloat marina in Ivy Lee, Ontario. Here work continued on the conversion from motor vessel to a fully rigged sailing vessel in the tradition of the late 19th century Grand Bank schooners. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mist of Avalon. That's the welcome from the Pride of Baltimore 2. From Baltimore, Maryland, its captain is Jan Miles. I had the opportunity to chat with Jan Miles on the air this morning. It's a topsail schooner. Pride 2, like its predecessor, is a topsail schooner. She also flies rare studded sails that are set along the edge of the square topsail and the mainsail, supported by additional spars known as stunsail booms. Pride of Baltimore 2 was launched in 1938 after the loss of the first Pride of Baltimore. Like the original Pride, the Pride 2 is not a replica of any specific vessel. It was built to contemporary standards for seaworthiness and comfort. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Pride of Baltimore 2. Our next ship is Sail, When, and If from Key West, Florida. It's a schooner. When General, then Colonel Joras Patton commissioned one of America's greatest designers to conceive him a boat to be built by F.F. Pendleton with Wiscasset, Maine in 1939, he had the ultimate ambition in mind. When the war is over, and if I live through it, B and I are going to sail her around the world. Let's welcome Sail, When, and If. And coming in next is Black Jack from Ottawa, Ontario. It's a brigantine. Captain T.G. Fuller was in command of flotilla of motor torpedo boats. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross 3 times for his daring exploits that revolutionized small boat warfare. On returning home from the war, he eyed the hull of the GB Patney II, a steel tugboat that was built as a kit in Scotland and shipped to, assembled, and launched in Quebec on the upper Ottawa River on May 2nd of 1904, 8 years before the Titanic. He bought the hull for $400 in 1952, converted her into a brigantine. Let's welcome the Blackjack.
Company three.
Now we can welcome the Blackjack as it comes through. This right now is the Clayton, Town of Clayton, New York fireboat. Now you have to live near the shore and have a fire, obviously, for this boat to save your house. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big warm welcome to the Clayton Fire Rescue Boat.
What's that movie that?
Near Hamilton, Corporal Robert Gordon Tether, CB, a member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police diving team in Surrey, British Columbia, rescued 2 fishermen trapped in the hull of their capsized boat. This heroic rescue occurred in the early morning hours of September 26, 1981. Corporal Tether passed away November 14, 2004. For his actions, Corporal Tether was awarded the Cross of Valor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Coast Guard. How about a big hand for the organizing committee of Tall Ships Festival 2016?